Oh, a little more time for me.
Oh, cute.
Own.
Oh, that's really good.
This is Brad Pitt cashmere.
Oh, LeBuck?
Gwyneth knows.
She just wore that on Drew.
It's like the chicest thing ever.
Do you have the ear cuff that Gwyneth wore?
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Wait, you literally have my skirt.
What? We like all the same stuff.
Okay, hip. Should I get 2 of the same? I do have like a Noah's Ark complex. Can I try these on? Can I get a room?
I really can't come in this store. It's very dangerous.
Is that the G-Label November cable knit sweater in cream?
Okay, but one of us should really go change.
All right. Hey, Google, take us to Rockefeller Center.
Sure, Rockefeller Center.
Oh, and just a little bit of traffic.
So glad we could finally do this, even if it's just on your way to work.
How many years have you been on SNL now?
This is my 6th year.
6 year?
Yeah, it feels like it went by really fast, but also because we had COVID for a lot of it.
Of course.
But yeah, it's absolutely insane. I'm like a senior.
How did you get the job?
I was in LA doing groundlings.
Yep.
And deeper than that, I was single and was using Instagram to like attract men, and I wanted to date someone funny, so I was like putting on a lot of like weird comedy stuff because I didn't want to do Tinder. And then
That's
like
a good strategy.
yeah, I was like, I'll find the right person, and so started doing that, and then like found out I could do impressions, and then it sort of like snowballed.
Wait, you didn't know you could do impressions
No.
before you started trying to pick up men?
No,
Like in your whole life?
I could do like a Hebrew school teacer. That was like a thing.
What's that one?
A weird Hungarian rabbi that my friend, he was like, talk like this. So like that was one. Take us and get tuna milk and like we out. Like, so my friends all like made fun of teachers and stuff. And then it like, yeah.
And then it snowballed. from
yeah,
there.
because I got into comedy like really late in life.
How late?
Like 27.
That's so inspiring.
Hey, thanks.
It is, because I hear like so many women are like, I don't know, you know, and I want
Yeah.
to follow a dream and I don't know if I should.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I literally went here. I went to NYU right here.
Okay,
And did
amazing.
classical theater and thought I would be like an indie drama girl.
Right.
And then it wasn't fun. And then I also feel like women in comedy have always existed, but there was sort of like a renaissance, I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago when I...
With who? Like, who were you looking at as?
Well, I always like worshiped Margaret Cho, but I feel like after Bridesmaids came out, like I remember seeing that in the theater and being like, I didn't know we could do that. It was like amazing. And then, you know, like Amy Schumer and Kristen and like Ali Wong stand-up specials, like where
Right.
women were like dirty and special. Yeah.
So what was the first impression that you did where you thought, oh, this is like, was it on Instagram? Because I remember during COVID, I found you on, and you got me through COVID with those impressions on Instagram.
You commenting got me through COVID. My best friend and I were like, oh my God.
So what was the one that sort of cracked it open
I mean,
for
I
you?
really feel like it was probably Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, that one is a classic.
That's an easy one, being from California. She
Right.
sounds a lot like a lot of my friends. Like, we're those girls, except like you just like add a list and there you go.
So good. How do you break it down technically? Or is it just the ear or that?
I think it's both. Like, I think I got lucky in like drama school voice and speech class where like for 4 years, 3 days a week, you'd have like somebody correct people's bad way of talking. So you
Right.
got like, I don't know, I got really used to like looking at someone's mouth and like how they like tighten their lips or like what they do.
Right.
The mouth is like, I think, the secret sauce. And then
That's
a lot
so
of
interesting that you say that, not to interrupt, but
No, please.
because when I went to go do my first movie with an English accent, I was like 22. Emma, yes, thank you
course.
thank you.
Oh yeah.
And everyone was like, oh my God, this American girl is going to play our, you know, English heroine. And they were all bent out of shape. And I was like, shit, I really better figure out how to do this accent. And it was all about mouth muscles. Like I thought it was, oh, I'm going to imitate the sounds. But then my my voice coach, Barbara Barkery, was like, no, you've got to relearn how the mouth goes in this vowel
Yeah.
and this, and where you sort of let the jaw, all that kind of
Yeah.
thing. And so it was like a workout.
Yeah.
My mouth would be like exhausted
That's
after,
amazing.
which really only happens, one other time in life.
Yeah, neck and jaw and all of those things. No, but it's really true. It's like, is there voice forward or like where
Yes.
head voice, like all that silly technical stuff that I was like, why did I go to school for this? This is crazy. And then it's the fun of like watching interviews forever and ever.
Oh, right. So you study the person.
Yeah, and like I think it's just like finding what you think is funny.
Right. Is there one that you haven't done that you are studying currently?
I mean, you've definitely been one I've been like,
Really?
I have to crack.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Not yet. But like it's very like love.
It's
like,
very nasal though. I hate my voice.
I have a really nasally. I think honestly, I have a nasally voice, and I think if someone is similar, like a cousin to, not that we sound similar, but in my head I'm like I have to do a lot of guesswork here. In my mind, you have like you like speak very properly. Like your vowels are good.
Okay.
And you have a New York thing. So you'll be like and or like love. You say love.
How do you say it in California?
Like love. Maybe.
Like I say like and you
A little
instead
bit.
of
Or how do you
and?
say love? Like I love this, I love that.
I love
Yeah, you have like a love.
love.
You really like, it's like in your
Oh.
mouth. Is like all I have. We almost did you last year on the show and it didn't make it, and I'm glad.
Darn it.
No,
I live for the day that you do me on Saturday Night
It's
Live.
happening.
What would the context be?
It was something yoni, vaggy.
Yeah. Can't escape the yoni and the veggie.
But I love
Try as
that.
I
But that's
might.
what I love.
Can you teach me how to do one?
An impression?
Yeah.
Who do you want to?
Let's see, you do Drew, you do Nicole Kidman,
Mm-hmm.
you do...
Nicole's very like soft and like intimate. Drew, you could do.
I don't know if I can.
Like say like.
I can't do it.
Really? You could say like.
Like?
Yeah, and like. And
I love how you get the
oh,
face.
here. How about like, oh my god? So it's like, oh
Oh,
my god.
oh my God.
Yeah, and then you lisp it. I don't know.
It's so good.
Very like
It's so
expressive.
good. So you didn't grow up like with a ton of comedy in the house? What did
My
you...
dad is really, really funny.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's crazy.
What was his job?
He is retired now. He's 81.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
Oh, wow.
So he
Old
had
dad.
Old dad. Old
Okay.
Jewish dad.
I
yeah.
love that.
He had my sister when he was 23 and then had me at 45. So we have like a big
Okay.
age difference.
Was it two different ladies? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so his ex-wife is a hippie and my sister grew up in a commune in Mendocino.
Oh, wow.
So we're like Jew-boo, hippie-doo.
I love it. That's so funny.
So that's where I got like all my like well organic, like we're very that.
That's so good.
We have that in common.
So you guys laughed a lot in the house?
Totally. And he was really into improv when I was little.
No way.
Yeah.
So this makes total sense.
It totally does. He and my mom go to improv every Saturday still.
Do they get up and do it?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Every Saturday in
That's,
San Francisco.
I bet that is going to keep him alive forever.
It will. He was a little sick over the summer, and then it was like, if I can just get back to improv.
Oh my God, that's
And
so sweet.
he makes, I'm probably gonna have to go on Saturday.
To improv? When you go home for Thanksgiving?
Because it like makes him so happy.
I know, but you're so famous. They can't put you on improv.
I've been going to this class with my dad pre-SNL.
What?
It's really cute. Yeah, it's like
so
they found
sweet.
friends late in life.
Wow.
Yeah. And
That's
my mom
incredible.
is a painter, and she's like the waspy side.
God, so we have the same.
We are the
vibe.
same.
We
I
are
know,
the
not to
same.
weird you out, but we are
We have
wasp
the waspy
Jew.
mom and
the
Jew.
Jewid dad.
I love. It's a good combo, by the way.
Yeah, how so? Go on.
Well, I just think, it's so crazily opposite. Like,
Yes.
I remember when my husband Brad, because first he had met my mom and my my mom and and she's sort of so patrician with the voice and the manners and everything's wonderful and art and Mozart and Bill Evans and sort of like a
cousin of Meryl Streep.
And then he met my cousins from my dad's side. They literally talk like that. Like, they're like, Gwyneth! And he was like, okay, wow.
Then you get it.
And I just think it's a great mix because it's like you have all of the warmth and like the, delicious Jewish thing. And then you have kind of the waspy thing. And I don't know, I think it's a good
taste or something. My dad's thing that I hate, but he's always said it is dress British, think Yiddish.
Oh my God, that's so good.
But it's kind
so
of
good.
That's his like whole MO.
Okay. I mean, that's so.
Yeah.
Did you grow up practicing both at all, or?
I grew up, it was funny, like, we always, like, did both. And then when I was, like, in kindergarten, I met these girls in kindergarten. They were really funny, and they were Jewish. And then I was like, well, I'll just go to Hebrew school so we can all hang out.
Oh, my God.
So I, like, grew up way more Jewish. But we do the Christmas and...
You do both?
Yeah.
We do both,
you
too.
gotta.
Like, let's milk this for all it's worth. I mean, right?
Yeah, you have to have your big tree, and it brings my mom a lot of joy.
Yeah, my mom too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, they got married in 1969, and it was really controversial.
Really?
Like, nobody wanted them to marry each other.
Whoa.
They got married in, like, the oldest Episcopal church in the country. My
Where?
mom, the main line outside of Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And my grandparents on my dad's side were really upset. I know my mom's
Really?
really upset. Everybody was really upset. They did
Whoa.
not want the interfaith.
Do you hear like shiksa? Was that a thing?
Oh yeah.
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 My mom
And
did.
shagets, that's the best word. You know
I've
that
never
word?
heard that
That's like
before.
for a Christian guy.
Really? A
Yeah.
shagit?
A shagets.
That's so funny.
So funny.
I even have like my sister. I remember dating this guy, and like my sister's way of saying that like he wasn't Jewish, and she was like, he's really blonde. I was like, okay.
In a gross way.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I guess my parents my dad like very much like made my mom learn how to like cook, and there were like certain things she had to like do,
Right.
but never had to like convert.
But she didn't convert.
No,
Yeah.
no.
My mom would never.
Never.
No.
No, I
Definitely
think it's
not.
a lot.
I think it is too, and I also think how great to also just respect,
Both, 100%,
right? Like
100%.
because there really are amazing things that you can bring from both worlds,
Totally.
and sometimes there are definitely some discordant things. But
Yeah.
I always feel like these opposites actually can make a really interesting, right? Like
100%.
vibe in the house,
Yeah.
and really broaden people's horizons.
Yeah,
And
you're like celebrating. I am always like cultural celebration.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So did you have a bat mitzvah?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it was hot pink.
Oh wow, I like it.
Legally Blonde came out the year of my
amazing.
bat mitzvah, and I dyed my hair blonde, and I've kind of never looked back.
Yeah, it looks
and
good.
it was, hey, thanks.
I'm into it. I didn't have one because my dad, I guess a bat mitzvah is like a relatively new thing.
Oh yeah,
And so
it is.
he said to me, "What are you, 13? You're going to become a man?" And I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess not." My bat mitzvah dreams were dashed.
You can always still do it.
That's true. You can. In terms of partner, what's the deal?
Do I have one?
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah, we met at the Groundlings, weirdly.
Oh,
Yeah.
how long ago?
6 or 7 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening here?
I know. Mm-hmm.
Do I need to call this guy?
Maybe, possibly.
I think so.
Uh-huh.
I think so. Like we're not getting any
I think
younger
we're
here.
like, I think we're two late bloomers, and so
That's
it's-
nice.
Yeah, but I think like one should be the late bloomer, and one should be like,
Yeah.
let's go. You're so inspiring to me because you're like, women can be more than one thing.
Thank you.
And I feel like that's rare, and even still, it's hard. Like, even in comedy, it's like, yeah, you can go do this, you can have a company, you can, like, when did you reach that moment where you were like, I want more?
What happened was I really burnt out on movies.
Yeah.
And I had just done so many nonstop, and I was sort of going at this like breakneck pace. And and then when I had my daughter, I was like, okay, this. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I had all these other interests. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just try this thing. And people thought I was really insane. Like, I got so much shit for it. And I think people did not understand why I was pulling away from acting and why I was moving into this lifestyle space. And I do think, to your point, women are so multidimensional. And we, especially in chapters, like, we evolve so much. And we, you know, when you give yourself the space as a woman to kind of explore who you are and what else is out there, and I think everything becomes so expansive. So I guess it was kind of around when I had my kids, and I didn't want to, like, you know, be in
just this one thing.
Budapest, like making a movie by myself.
Alone?
You know, I just couldn't. I couldn't. But I think that you should absolutely take that time and go, right?
Yeah, I mean, SNL, I think people stay as long as they can, like, physically endure it. I'm a morning person, so I feel like that's, like, inherently
it's hard. I've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
I mean, the adrenaline and the, like, hours. It's really, I don't know how you guys do that week after week.
I think it's your adrenaline. It's not, like, the healthiest job in the world.
Right.
Like, I'm like, when do I exercise? You know, like, there's, like, basic things.
Right.
You're to, like, wake up for a 9:30 class. You're like, ugh, is it better to sleep? Usually.
Right.
But yeah, it's really delightful.
So what would you want to do if you were going to start a business?
Start a business?
Yeah.
I'd like to do something with my sister. We have, like, little collabs that we've sort of done a little. We did these actually with Sophie Rat, not to be like pimping her out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I think making, like,
with Sophie Ratner.
Yeah.
Her mother delivered my son.
Are you serious?
I swear.
No way.
Yeah. Her mother delivered Moses Martin. At
No
Mount
way.
Sinai. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I knew her mom delivered babies.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so cool.
I know. And she came on Goop because my gynecologist called me and was like, my daughter's becoming a jewelry designer.
That's so funny.
Will you look at her stuff?
Oh
and I was like, this is really good. Now there are a whole bunch of girls out there, like, obsessed with you and following you. And what is that like for you?
Really weird. Really, really weird.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's nice. If anyone is like, hey, I'm a fan, or showing, like, love in any way, I really try and go out of my way to, like, support them, because, like, Amy Schumer, Natasha Lyonne, Aubrey Plaza have been very, like,
oh, that's really nice.
yeah, and I think for women that's so not rare, but, like, something I'll never forget is like people having your back. So if that comes about, I'm always like, do you need help? I'm here. I mean, there's always going to be, like, 20% of me that's, like, a psychopath.
That is not true.
Like, a competitive, jealous, crazy person, but 80% I'm like, we have to, like, help each other out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite host that's come on, or top few?
Gosh, the top few, there's, like, 2 sections. One is like, we have, like, for every, like, 5 men, there's, like, 1 woman.
Right.
So I always love them.
Right, of course.
Because I'm like, without fail, I'm like, my stuff will get on and, like, we'll get to, like, do my sense of humor. So any women is, like, peak. When Kristen hosted, that was really special.
Right.
We did a Pilates sketch that me and my friend came up with.
That's so funny.
Thank you. And the fact that she even wanted to do it, I was like,
oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah, that one was epic.
That was so funny.
You know, Pedro hosting, I really loved. Ryan Gosling.
And now you had this big hit with the Domingo.
I know.
I mean,
who knew?
Isn't it weird how you never know the thing that's gonna be?
Never know. Because it was, like, low in the show at dress rehearsal, and we were like, I mean, I guess. And then it just exploded.
Did you write that?
I did not. I was like, it was one of those things where this sweetie guy Jimmy Fowley and Sudi and Kira, these two other writers, just like gave a gift to the women.
Oh, that's so nice.
And it's really fun when we get to do stuff as like a big group together. Like you never forget that
I
stuff.
loved how Ariana Grande did that off-key singing, which is actually really hard to do.
100%.
Like just off-key.
She is one of my favorite hosts.
She's incredible.
Incredible.
It's bananas, that like level of, talk about impressions.
Yeah.
You guys, that was so
She was
funny when you did that.
She wanted to do that. Like like when we pitched to you, the host in Lauren's office and stuff, like lately it's like we all just kind of do a joke pitch and it's not like a real thing.
Oh.
And I was like, there's a Timothée Chalamet look-alike, so maybe it's like a Coolidge sound-alike. Like it wasn't anything I would write. And then she was like, we have to do it. And I was like, what? So I had like all this other stuff I was going to write, and then we pivoted. And like it worked
Jennifer
out.
Coolidge.
Yeah.
How do you do that impression?
Oh my gosh. Wow. But that was hard because her impression is like Legally Blonde Jennifer Coolidge and mine is White Lotus Jennifer Coolidge. So I had to like
realize.
like watching her, hers is very like, wow. And I don't know, mine's more like, these gay guys are trying to, mine was like Smoker.
Right.
So it was like a weird exercise in trying to like match each other.
So funny.
Yeah, she's really special.
Yeah, she's really incredible. That's such a gift to be able to not only do impressions, but sing impressions the way she does.
Yeah.
It's bananas.
Of every table read we've had, that was the one where I was like, holy, like, there's nothing this person can't do.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And they're like lovely.
Oh, that's
Truly,
nice.
you just never know with like a pop star.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
She didn't have like a crazy team of like 100 people. She was like a real
Really,
person.
that's
yeah.
awesome. How do you not laugh? Because like I'm really bad at that. Like especially when I do scenes with Robert Downey, and he'll do
that's funny,
something
yeah.
like so weird and unexpected, and I can't. It's like I can't. How do you? Is there a trick?
Film stuff, like when we're doing like the pre-tape stuff, I'm really bad about breaking, and no one knows that.
Okay.
Because it's like, I don't know, it feels like safer. There's something spooky about a live audience. I think you notice it with people, like people who've been on the show longer feel more comfortable breaking. I think like my first 3 years on the show, you're like, if I laugh, I get fired.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
you're like, no, actually it's like how people have fun with you. And
Right. Right.
It's like a way more.
Like certain things, like Will Ferrell or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like one time when I was on and I was like, I'm not gonna make it. Like I'm really not gonna make it. And I did make it, but I almost didn't make it. And it's like the funeral giggles, like, cause you know it's, and you're like, my body has hijacked me completely and I can't. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I bite my lip.
I feel like I gotta get better about breaking. Like Heidi broke last year, and that was like the first time she'd ever broke on the show.
What happened?
It was this Beavis and Butthead sketch, and everyone, it like exploded. It's like why the sketch worked so much is because like she can't stop laughing.
Oh really? I gotta go watch it.
Oh, it's amazing.
Back in the day, Mike Myers, I did a movie with him, and his impression of Lauren was so good. Do you guys all do
All
that?
the time, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gwyneth Paltrow. Weirdly, like, I did Martha Stewart, like, our last show.
Oh, how do you do that?
I was like, I'm basically doing, like, Woman Lauren. It was just, like, it's wonderful. And it's very, and I was like,
That's
they're
good.
very similar. And,
That's good.
And she kind of articulates... Now I'm doing Lauren Martha, but I was like, they're clearly friends. They talk so similarly to me.
Oh my God.
Have you seen her Netflix documentary?
Yes, I just saw it. It was
Incredible.
so good.
When she
It
was
was
like,
so
I was
good.
40 and gorgeous. I was like, you are so funny. And yeah,
And she
you're right.
admits to like banging some other guy.
Oh yeah, it was a wonderful Irishman.
so good.
I was like, it's not an affair, it was the Duomo. It was romantic. She's so
Oh my God.
so
yeah, she just
perfect.
like made out with some guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was totally legendary in that
Do you
thing.
think your like mom was formed by her at all?
No, my mom isn't domestic like that.
Yeah.
So
Where do you get it? Did you get it from your dad?
yeah, I got it from my dad.
Cooking.
Yeah. My mom is actually a really good cook. She just doesn't like it and it really stresses her out.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of not worth it,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah. I
And
get
but my
that.
dad was like, you know, he always grilled and made
Yeah.
stuff, and then we kind of learned together. So when I was probably like 18 is when I really started, like we would be in the kitchen next to each other. And then he would call me and he'd be like, you know, we used to watch the Food Network and he'd be like, can you believe that they, you know, make salad dressing like this? It's unbelievable. I'm like, what's the tip?
Like with like shaking it.
Yeah,
like
in a jar.
Yeah, you
like,
gotta do
wow,
it in a jar.
Dad,
That's
this
what my
is
mom
really.
did.
I think it was more that my dad was so, like, he loved us so much and just wanted to express it every conceivable way. So like food was another way to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Do you cook?
No, not enough.
Not
I'll cook
enough.
a Japanese sweet potato. My mom is
Okay.
like domestic goddess.
Ooh.
Yeah, she bought your cookbook right away.
Thank you.
We made a lot of it. Burgers, healthy, salads, all of it.
That's
Yeah,
great.
she's the
Thank
real
you.
deal. But I felt like I had like PTSD watching the Martha doc when she was like, why would you cut an orange with a small knife? Like, that's my mom. My mom's a lot nicer.
Oh, yeah, that was.
She's very like, no, cube it, Chloe, cubes. So I kind of like let her and
Let
my
her do
sister
it.
do it.
My husband accuses me of that too, because I'll be like, oh, do you mind helping me chop this? Then I'm like, not like that.
Yeah.
Like, who would even think to
I
cut
know.
an onion like
No,
that?
that's my mom.
And then he's like, are
It's
you
an
okay?
Eggplant. Yeah.
And then I'm like, wow, I'm a real. I don't think my standards are as high as Martha's because
Right.
who can
No one's-
frost a cake like that?
I know. No
What
one's
the
are as high
hell?
as hers.
I'm also a terrible baker. Like, I'm
Me
a really
too.
bad baker.
Because it's accuracy. Like I like
Yeah, it's science.
Yeah, I like throw Japanese sweet potato, like let it caramelize, like oven long time,
Yeah.
good. But measuring stuff, I'm like
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
not.
tough. Yeah, it's-
Terrible.
Yeah. If you were going to learn how to do something, what would you do?
If I was gonna learn how to do, I can't
Yeah.
sing, so that would be up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like tone deaf.
No
Isn't that
way.
shocking?
That's impossible.
Yeah, I'm the worst
No,
singer.
no
I
way.
swear to God.
That
This
can't
is,
be.
if I've ever had to sing on the show, I know I'll like come out, we'll be on the stage, and then I see 3 women in like sparkly blazers, and they go in the booth and sing over me.
Wait, what? How is your ear
I don't
that
know.
good and you can't?
I
and you're-
can't. I'm tone deaf.
Really? This totally blows my theory
Yeah.
about accents.
Yeah.
and-
Even like for we to sing as Timothy Chalamet like a couple weeks ago, and like it's all these beautiful singers, and then I'm like, ah! Like there's just a disconnect. I don't.
But you do a good Timothy Chalamet impression.
Sure, I do that. Yeah.
How do you do that impression?
Just like I think it was like the way he'd be like New York, like growing up in New York, I'm an actor, and then just like laugh, like, because he's kind of like awkward.
Oh my god.
He's like the
that's so
most
funny.
serious. Like he's got like a cool dichotomy to me.
Yeah. that
He's
is-
like
yeah.
boyish, like awkward kid, and then just like serious, like driven
Yeah.
actor man.
He's a really good actor.
He's amazing.
I was really impressed with him, I have to say. I didn't know what to expect, you know, because sometimes these like young dudes, you're like, let's see if you live up to the hype. But
Yeah.
wow, he really did, and then some. Cigarettes, I haven't seen
Oh, yeah.
cigarettes for sale in forever.
Right around when Goop started, you were spinach and cigarette. What was your quote?
Oh yeah.
You were like, I'll have this spinach,
Yeah,
but I'll
I
have
used to
this
smoke
cigarette.
1 cigarette a week, and then it went down to like 1 a month or 1 at a part. Then it went to 1 at a party, and then I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, you justified me smoking all throughout
Great.
college.
Well, feather in my cap. Do you have wellness routines? Are you into that?
Totally.
Or
I mean,
now
I
that
feel
all
like
the macrobiotics have closed?
no, I know. Well, it's kind of funny, like, and I felt like this when I was in LA for like this past week. I feel like my wellness journey got really like healthier when I came to New York because you don't think about it as much. Like, I feel like LA, I'm like in my car all the time, and I would be like, I have to like eat like elimination diet life and exercise and and then New York, you just kind of like eat pizza and walk around,
I
and
know.
you lose like 10 pounds.
I think it's great.
Right?
I've been in New York again all fall, and God, I've really loved being here.
Yeah,
and
it's
I love
magical.
walking around, and I feel like I'm kind of in my 20s again, you know,
Yeah.
because it's like, you know, once the kids leave, and you're like, wait a minute, oh, I have like needs and a personality,
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
and I'm just guess I'll be in New York. It's been really
Yeah,
good.
there's
Yeah.
like a I don't know, like an energy to it.
Yeah.
I do wish I would be like better during the show of like not as much like candy and stuff. And I do Tracy. I love Tracy.
Oh, isn't it great?
It's the best.
I love Tracy. I feel like it's the only thing keeping like my ass from hanging on the back of my knees. She's just figured it out. Here you are at 30 Rock.
Here we go.
Before you go, we're gonna have a spa moment together. On the side of your seat, press the button in the middle. Massage, massage, start, start.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Okay, here's your Thera mask,
Ooh.
your Thera body.
Oh, this is great.
Because you're gonna work all night.
Ooh.
Look, Lima laser.
You just kind of go like this?
Yeah, it's like red light.
Oh wow, this is good.
We're really gooping it up in here,
We really
guys.
are gooping it up.
Oh! Oh, this massager is real good. Do you know Polestar has a breathing meditation app?
They do?
Mm-hmm. Say Gwyneth Paltrow is dropping you off at work in a
On a totally normal thing.
yeah, and in a Polestar, and you need to just chill before you go break the internet with Ariana Grande. Then you can listen to the breathing app
Oh wow.
and get a massage. I'm actually really relaxed. This was like such an
I know.
extreme pleasure. I've been your fan for so long.
I've been your fan forever, ever.
I mean, you're
Truly.
so talented and
So
so
are
lovely,
you.
and this was so nice of you. Thank you for
Thank
letting
you.
me take you to work. What time am I picking you up?
You're pin 4 in the morning. Like actually.